Whitney really wants a man, but she's been striking out left and right. If this works out, they really need to call me the love doctor, because I got the cure.
Whitney Way Thor had mentally prepared herself for a quiet evening, not least because she'd spent the day organizing sperm donor profiles, trying to balance hope with practicality. It was Tuesday, June the 1st, 2025, and season 13 had just begun. Her search for motherhood was already underway. Stepping into her parents' cozy home, she expected love, not a love trap. The smell of garlic and rosemary bread greeted her. Babs and Glenn exchanged mischievous glances. Her heart beat with rising curiosity. Then it hit her, the way her mother hovered, like a stealthy matchmaker. Whitney dropped her bag. "This is a family dinner, right?" Glenn cleared his throat. Babs nodded toward the living room. Whitney's stomach fluttered. "You've been ambushed," she thought. But ambushes, well, they'd become something of a specialty where she was concerned. Into the room walked the mystery man, slightly awkward, wearing the hesitant smile of someone summoned by parental obligation. He was Ravi's son, Rishi, even though Whitney barely recognized him. He sat across from her, inches from the wall, distancing every possible measure. A silent contest of who could avoid eye contact the longest. Whitney forced a laugh. "So, shrimp." The shrimp plate, her favorite, was weaponized. She dived in with gusto. "I'm probably going to eat most of this." She chuckled, but it landed with a thud. He tried. She tried harder. But nothing bridged the gulf. Reddit fans captured it well. Her blind date sat as far away as he could. That would be so embarrassing. Whitney's parents looked on, Babs like a proud general, Glenn like a referee in a war he didn't authorize. Between bites, they tried to coax conversation. But Rishi was quiet. And Whitney's craving for a connection felt painfully unmet. Later, in a confessional, she sighed, "Being set up is beyond embarrassing." This match had been arranged not out of love, but out of pity, or perhaps longing. She had confessed earlier that while she didn't expect to meet someone through the sperm donor journey, she had still dipped one toe into the dating pool. But tonight, it felt like she was acting in someone else's romantic comedy. Whitney had evolved beyond this. She'd grown, emotionally, spiritually, and physically. In early 2024, she revealed she'd lost 100 pounds, not via surgery, but through grief and tenacious self-love. And yet, she insisted she was still very fat, rejecting the body-obsessing narrative. By July 2025, she emphasized confidence over scale numbers, co-founding No BS Active, and leaning into dance and mental health above all. Tonight's date felt like a throwback, awkward setups instead of authentic growth. At the end of the meal, Rishi quietly exited, leaving behind an uneaten shrimp tail and the echo of a missed opportunity. Whitney packed the leftovers, naturally, and held them like a security blanket. As she closed the door behind him, she burst into laughter. Babs looked worried. Glenn looked relieved. "I think," she giggled, "we both probably needed this more than he did." The next morning, she sat with Jessica and Isaiah, scrolling donor profiles, filtering by height, health, IQ, and kindness. She was crafting her future deliberately now, not praying for one. She even grinned. "At least I have options."